afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for August 11th, 2020, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. A couple of quick heads up for everybody. Doesn't matter if you're with Tradera or not. There is a special call. There's two today and it's posted on my website under Tradera. But I'm launching a highly accelerated Tradera building. Now, I want to make sure everyone understands this was introduced as a way to generate funds for each individual. It was also a way to test their creativity and their resourcefulness because it's connected. This is kind of a training to connect you to your projects. You've got to gain some form of understanding and networking, talking with other people, interviewing people. And Tradera is a very good platform to do that. It's multifaceted. It's one of the main reasons that I have presented it. It is a training, and it is a training not so much from the standpoint of the bringing people in and learning and working the Forex. All of those steps and processes involve initiative. And you're going to have initiative in your humanitarian projects. You just are. How are you going to gain that? How are you going to get that exposure? This is why I picked this particular platform. It's multifaceted from the educational application standpoint. And it also will generate funds for the CC as well. So go to those calls and listen, period. I'll be on the calls, and we're going to do a formal launch. And here it is. It's posted on weareonelightforall.net on the front page. When you come there, and you'll see the Tradera candles image, and it'll be listed there. 6 p.m. Eastern, which is the orientation, and 9 p.m. is where we have my launch call, conversation on success. And we have a really good guy, Joseph Wilson. He's originally from Jamaica. He's on the same page as we are. So it's www.zoom, and then you can cross-reference it on my website, .us//493-5377-531. And I'm just reading that. If you don't get it, go to the website, weareonelightforall.net, and look at the Tradera placement, which is on the first page. This is, I connect everything. Maybe you don't pick up on it at first. Everything is finitely engineered and connected. It's segued into the next, so that all of you have been forming a very, very important educational foundation, experience foundation, interaction foundation, the God within you foundation, the spirituality foundation. All of these things are connected. They're all finitely engineered to be segued, connected to each other. And it's the only way it could be done so that it's not overwhelming the people, so we've done it this way. So understand what these are and don't judge them at all. Don't judge them from face value. Understand what the real, what it's really about. Okay? Someone just said there's nothing on the website. about 6 and 9 p.m. Eastern.
Tell them to refresh.
Now refresh your browser, because it is on there. Okay, they got it. All right. Then it was. I know you want it quick, but we did it as quick as we can. Also, we want to make sure that, and guys, whatever I'm doing, this is all connected for your health. It's all segued. We got to keep your body's mental abilities in certain condition so that you're as good as possible for what's coming. This is not for people who are, basically lost. And another thing I want to make sure is that since things have really been picking up, you guys know I'm only one guy. I do have a lot of help in the other realms, but I'm the one that's physical in this body. So if you have a couple of questions and you want to talk to me, email my assistant. She is well informed. She's on the same page as all of us. And her email is lifelight369, life, like L-I-F-E, light, L-I-G-H-T, 369 at protonmail.com. And just be brief. All info will be communicated to her, and brevity is appreciated. So you try to be as summaristic, as summary as much as you can, and then she'll convey to me, and I guarantee you that way I'm not going to lose precious emails that people need to talk with me, because when I'm doing it, I've got so many coming in. I mean, we're over 200 million on this global meditation. It's spreading all over the planet, as I said. We have other people, which is wonderful, who are starting to participate in their own way and own directions and stuff, that we get this out to the population of this planet. Because, the transition is massive. If some of you are feeling there's an energy, it's a frequency, okay? We all know that. But if some of you are feeling like you don't want to get out of bed, that all of a sudden you feel like you've been hit by a truck, it almost feels like, and your energy levels, you might be a little nauseous, it comes and goes, and you might be a little disoriented, but understand what that is. The collective consciousness and the rising of these frequencies is going to pull on our bodies. It is inescapable. And this is another reason why we've been working so much on these different, like my association with Fulmina and these other specialized products for you, so that you can be as balanced as possible when this started, and it started. So don't try not to get whacked out, because our egos will play that on us and say, oh my gosh, what's going on, and something serious, and I'm feeling this way, and I haven't felt this way, and it feels like you just don't want to get out of bed. And it's not like you're depressed. It just means that you're just tired. You just feel fatigued. And then, you'll eat, and then you feel a little nauseous. And then you just stop eating, and then other times you eat and you're fine. But this is just a heads up for everybody. This is going on, okay? And so be aware of it, and try not to allow that the ego mind, come in and mess you up and get you thinking in all the downward directions as far as frequencies are concerned, at all. So I needed to give you a heads up. I know I'm taking some meditation time, but it's important. As soon as I can get the information to you, I will on this. We're going to have more calls like last night, in addition to the TFCCs, because that's a separate educational platform. We're going into some really far-reaching understandings in those calls now. We've amped them up. It's got to be done. The civilization, those who are aware, have got to know this stuff. It's imperative as the journey continues, and especially at much higher frequencies. So when it really comes to us within, when we really understand that we are instantaneous, okay? You're whatever you're thinking, feel it not because you should, but because it's true. The things that come to you, the thoughts that you choose to embrace, feel it not because you should feel it, but because it's true. It's absolutely the truth. It's some joke. Some of you might be experiencing some crazy dreams that you haven't experienced in a long time. A lot of people are dreaming dreamless dreams. I know that sounds a little confusing, but that's what they're doing. So that's a lot of the times you don't remember you're dreaming because you're dreaming dreamless dreams. That's amping up. All of you who have gone on to Iris, if you haven't already, you're going to be experiencing some really interesting visions, dreams, okay? And enjoy them. I wouldn't take them as, and they'll be tricky because of the fact that you, in the dream, I know that a lot of you have had these, in the dream, you will feel as if it's real. And then you'll say, well, I got to wake up. And then you don't wake up and you go, well, then this must be real. It's real tricky. It's a tricky thing. So, pay careful attention to something. How the universe is conversing with you all the time. Now, I'm not talking about voice. Again, that's bicameral. That's right and left brain. I'm talking about the vibrational frequency through your heart-mind. Pay careful attention to how the universe is conversing with you all the time. There is never a moment of your life that does not matter. Don't be afraid to ask for guidance. The ears of the universe are always listening and conspiring to provide you with what you most sincerely desire. It's so comforting to know that the universe is always listening to you. It is. It's very comforting. And once you feel that warmth and you understand it, and not just temporary or intermittently, but you feel it all the time. During the course of your morning, your day, your evening, your night. You feel it all the time. And it's for you. It's for each of us. And so that there's always communications. There's always sincerity, desire. And it is very comforting to know that the universe is always communicating with you. And it's also very important for you to know that you no longer step in your way. We all do it. We've all done it. None of us are exempt from it. We step in our own way, okay? And then we stop it. It's like we put a big neon stop sign up in front of the universe saying, no, don't enter here. It's not that we do it on purpose. It's just that we're not knowledgeable enough about who and what we are and our synergy, our relationship with everything and everything. And again, it's never been about out there. So you understand that the universe is always communicating with you, all the time. And you have conversations with the universe, just like you do with your God, your pure consciousness. And you love the universe, and you're grateful for it. Because I'm going to tell you something, the universe is your very, very, very best friend. It really is. Once you make that transition, for you, each of us, to embrace that in our own way, in our own direction, to understand that and fully understand it and fully embrace it, head to toe, inside and out, everything will shift. All your perspectives will shift. And this is all about shift. It is all about shift. We're all shifting. As I've spoken about it through the years, we're all shifting. Our bodies, our physical, our biologicals are shifting. They're being pulled. You know, it's part of the transition. Now, it's, for those of us who are aware, we just focus on the facts. Okay, these energies, I understand that. I'm grateful for them because it's allowing me to be really clear that we're all on the boat and we're all going downstream and we can see land, okay? And it's inviting. We don't know when we get there because it's an unknown, but we have this feeling in the communication, the universe, and the God within us that it's going to be absolutely spectacular, magna glorious. So we aren't anxious. We don't have expectations or attachments. We know we're getting there. We know we're coming to the shore of this God planet, this paradise. And all of us are going to be highly instrumental in how that is going to be structured and laid out. Okay? We talk a lot about, I've shared a lot about creating value, building wealth for yourself and the rest of civilization. Creating value. Okay? This is when you start to become the entrepreneur that you have always been. How do you do that if you're timid or withdrawn or you don't like talking with people? We've got to find something that will teach you. Okay? And it won't take you years to teach you, but expedited format. And that's why we picked Tradera. So this is all educational. This is your, we'll put it this way, all right? This is after the wealth. This is after the wealth, okay? This is when everybody gets together and says, all right, now, let's lay things out here. Let's get everything lined up. So, the universe is always communicating with each and every one of us. Now, that doesn't mean that there are those, that they're just not awake. Doesn't make them bad. Doesn't make them any different than us. We love them. We love ourselves. We're all one. This means that certain facets of the collective consciousness is not awake. This isn't. So we know that. It isn't an issue. And you begin to understand that your lovability that everything that makes you is welcome and absolutely 100% lovable by the universe. Every thought, every feeling, every emotion you have ever experienced or ever will experience is welcome and lovable. Allow everything to come up that you feel you have been hiding away to be liberated and loved now. This is important. Free yourself of all the emotions and feelings you have stashed away and know that everything is welcome. You will experience a huge relief to know that everything that makes you is welcome and absolutely 100% lovable by the universe. There's nothing that isn't. And we have a tendency to judge ourselves. We're not exempt from it. None of us are. So we judge ourselves. We're hard on ourselves at times. Ridicule ourselves. You know, I mean, we've all done it. And why? Everything about you is 100% lovable. Okay? The only reason it gets twisted is through the ego mind, and then that mind that just flails around. And then, guess what? All the masks will come down. Everybody wearing a mask, being something that they aren't. That's stressful. Trying to be something that they aren't. Trying to act the way that they aren't. We have no choice. We have no choice, but we do have a choice. We must all leave the body. That's not true anymore. We decide when, how we live. However, it is entirely of our choosing. No matter our position, circumstances, or opportunities in this life, we will always have the freedom of mind to choose how we experience, interpret, and ultimately shape our world. That's what this is about. Simon Sinek. In every moment of our lives, we are creating an experience of what we desire or want or what we don't want. And this choice all depends on how conscious each of us are in each moment. And the level of consciousness inside each and every one of us is ultimately determined by how relaxed, open, and free we feel inside our bodies. If your mind is constantly oscillating between states of fear, doubt, and mistrust, your consciousness narrows and is unable to see and feel the joyful outcomes that your heart mind truly desires. It is highly germophobic and politically turbulent time. Our spiritual path is being tested. We are forced to learn how to deepen in our approach to awareness and our truth. And we must choose to respond to the world with compassion, with trust, with calmness. If we wish to connect deeper to our spiritual existence, when being faced with ghastly challenges on a daily basis, the best thing we can do is root ourselves in the vibration of fearless love. Fearless love. Practice visualizing every day is that you have all returned to a free, panic-free, mask-free world. This mask-free world is currently one of the most healing and relaxing thoughts we all can practice on the planet today. And when we practice this collectively, visualizing our world has already returned to its normal mask-free way of life. It creates an instant feeling of relief rather than visualizing it is soon coming into the future. Anything that we think about always creates. If you're thinking about the future, it always creates anxiety for the body on some level. And our direction here is to surrender fully to the present moment, in the now, where we can relax into our hearts that is filled with trust, appreciation, and freedom from all fear from this space. We all naturally have compassion for those who are imprisoned behind their mask, looked up behind the belief that it is going to protect them from sickness and death. To cling to life is to cling to the five senses, to normal consciousness, thereby shunning the superconsciousness within which the Atman is known. Patanjali. In the world of manifesting, creating into reality, we have the power to transform our global reality fast. Now, we've all seen how quickly the media changed the rules on everyone during this whole entire fiasco, and thus the opposite is also true. If you want to ask the universe to bring a completely new physical reality into your life, do it. And understand that in a single pointed direction, each of us, without distraction, that we hold the vision and feeling that you're holding must take shape into the physical world. The golden law of the universe, and it applies to anything you wish to create to reality, manifest into your life. And the reason 99% of the population is not creating into reality, not manifesting their dream life, is because of this. They can only hold their focus for 8 seconds on average. 8 seconds. So the mind jumps like a monkey on LSD, and it reaches for a new thought or desire before it even notices it has moved. So in order to increase your concentration, think of it like going to the gym to become stronger. Practice. You'll begin to feel that strength inside you has grown each and every split second. And when you're able to see, feel, and hold this new reality with your mind, your heart, your soul, for 17 seconds in a row, you will soon see it manifest, create into reality in your outer world. It's vital to remember that whatever we are looking at, noticing and seeing daily, is what you're visualizing. Whatever we are looking at, each of us, noticing and seeing daily, is what we're visualizing. So be aware of what you are putting your attention upon. If you are watching the news every day, you will only see and extract more of the harsh, slanted reality that they like to advertise. If everyone turns off the news and begins visualizing a mass-free world, a paradise, a God world, feeling the joy of living, guess what this planet would soon bring into reality? Whatever we collectively visualize and feel in our gut is what we manifest and create into reality in this world. So remember, as you drift off to sleep tonight, I invite you to feel how tomorrow feels like, knowing that we are back to this free world. We are in a new world, a God planet, a paradise, and all this other stuff has no authority there. You are, each of us, if you believe in God, then work with Him. If you do not, then become one. If you believe in God, then work with Him. If you do not, then become one. Nisargadatta. Remember this. The boundaries are imaginary. The rules are made up. The limits do not exist. What is now proved was once only imagined. William Blake. These are all sparks to our understanding of our true existence. These are all sparks. And it is up to all of us who are aware, as we are doing, and this is upon us, this massive transition. You are starting to feel it. We all are. It isn't something that's just, figuratively thought, spoken about. It is reality. So the universe is always communicating with you. If you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we desire to do is to relax our bodies. To let everything fall off. Don't try to grab it back. Release it. Eliminate. If anything you're carrying is burdensome or heavy or dank, just let it go, and it'll go. Drop your shoulders. Release anything that you've contracted in the last 24 hours, because we all attract things. And just dump it off. It's gone. Body responds by relaxing. You say, body, let's relax. Let's go into meditation. And then as the body relaxes, we move into the now. The now is all we really have. We don't have yesterday. It's gone. Yes, we experienced some wonderful things during all the past. And we don't have a future yet because it hasn't been created. We create the future in the now, moment to moment. Moment to moment, moment to moment. Whatever you're doing, you're focused on that, the now. The now stills our mind and our ego mind. It stills all that chatter and that noise that we all have. And the space between heartbeats, that's what you're focused on. The space between heartbeats. Moment to moment, moment to moment, moment to moment. Now, you don't care. Some of us do this, we get seduced. We go into the past and we reminisce. That's great. It's fun to do that. But if we're there too long and we do it too often, then we take that past, we bring it into a future that doesn't exist, we create that future, and then we relive the past in that future. So it stops our forward progression greatly. And that's why we say it feels like I've been running in circles my whole life. So the now. We want to breathe. We want to breath in through our noses and breath out through our mouths. So what happens? Our breath is a divine positive energy. It sustains the body that holds the God. Why wouldn't it be divine? It sustains the body that holds the God, the pure consciousness. Most of us take our breath for granted, but if you want to know when you're in the now, when you're listening to your breathing, you are in the now. Breath is not in the past, it's not in the future, it's only the now. So it focuses us. When you focus on your breath, you're in the now, moment to moment. So picture that you take your breath. We're all in a comfortable position, most of us mostly seated, and we take our breath, and we have 7 energy vortexes that go up through the spine of our bodies. When aligned, they look like a straight line of geometric shapes or flower petals. And they're all energy vortexes. And what do? Our chi, our God life, force energy, goes through them. Okay? It's a funneling effect. It goes through them comes out the crown, back around, up and down, up and down. It's like a springing forth of etheric, spiritual, God-light energy. Now, when any of these chakras become blocked, these wheels of light, and they're not in free-flowing positive energy, you can imagine this, you will have issues in our bodies. And if we have them, that they're out of alignment and they're blocked, it's almost a guarantee that your organs that those blocked chakras, those energy vortexes are connected to, will have issues. Not only physically, but emotionally. So picture your divine positive energy. We start with the root chakra. The root chakra sits at the base of the spine, tailbone area. It controls survival issues such as financial independence, money, and food. And your mantra for that chakra is, I can't grow from an unsteady foundation. Color of this chakra, this wheel of light, is red. Element is earth. When does this chakra develop? Between 1 and 7 years old. And then we bring this divine positive energy through the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. The sacral chakra helps to inform us how we relate to our emotions and the emotions of others. It also governs creativity and sexual energy. And those with a blocked sacral chakra could feel a lack of control in their lives. It's your lower abdomen. It's about 2 inches below the navel. It controls your sense of abundance, your well-being, your pleasure and sexuality. And your mantra for that is, I always honor others, but not before myself. I always honor others, but not before myself. And the color is orange. Orange wheel of light. The element, water. When does it develop? 8 to 14 years old. Then we go to the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is the third chakra. It speaks to your ability to be confident and in control of your life. You think back to the last time you had butterflies or left a pit where you were left with a pit in your stomach. That's the Manipura chakra at work. If your solar plexus chakra is blocked, then you might feel overwhelming amounts of shame and self-doubt. Those with open sacral chakras are free to express their true selves. Location, upper abdomen in the stomach area. Controls your self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. And your mantra for this, as a suggestion, self-love starts when I accept all parts of myself. Self-love starts when I accept all parts of myself. Yellow wheel of light. Element is fire. When does it develop? 15 to 21 years. Then we go to the Anahata, your heart chakra. The heart chakra is a bridge between the lower chakras. It's associated with materiality. And the upper chakra is associated with spirituality. Now the name, this chakra can influence our ability to give and receive love from others and ourselves. Someone with a blocked heart chakra will have difficulty fully opening to the people in their life. If someone's heart is open, they can experience deep compassion and empathy. It's located, as we know, the center of your chest, just above the heart. It controls love, joy, and inner peace. And the mantra for you is, when I love myself, loving others comes easily. Color is green. It's green wheel of light. When does it develop? 21 to 28 years. Then we go to the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. It gives voice to the heart chakra, controls our ability to communicate, our personal power. When it's functioning at full capacity, it allows us to express ourselves truly and clearly. Someone with a blocked throat chakra will feel like they have trouble finding the words to say how they truly feel. And of course, it's the throat. It controls communication, self-expression, and truth. And then the mantra for it, I speak my truth always. Color, it's light blue, turquoise, wheel of light. And the element is sound or music, and it develops around 29 to 35 years old. Then we go to the ajna, the third eye chakra. Now, as we move up through these chakras in our bodies, get closer to the communion with the divine. The third eye chakra controls our ability to see the big picture and connect to intuition. Think of it as the eye of the soul. It registers information beyond the surface level. Visions and intuitive hints or hits are not uncommon for someone with an open third eye chakra. It's the forehead between the eyes, also called the brow chakra. What it controls is intuition, imagination, and wisdom. And your mantra, I am open to exploring what cannot be seen. In the color, dark blue, purple, wheel of light. And when does it develop? 36 to 42 years old. And we have the crown chakra, Sahasrara. The crown chakra is the highest chakra. It sits in the crown of the head. Represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. Now, when we fully open our crown chakras, something very few people ever do, you're able to access a higher consciousness. This is at the very top of your head. Controls inner and outer beauty, spiritual connection. One of the lessons of this chakra is that I am a vessel for love and light. I am a vessel for love and light. And it's a violet, white wheel of light. Divine consciousness, 43 to 49 years old when it develops. Now, as you take the divine positive energy and you've taken it through all these energy vortexes known as your chakras, you know their origin, you know when they kick in, and you hold it just a little bit to the back. You hold this divine positive energy, I am light, I am love, I am. And you, in that moment, you condense and compress it into pure liquid energy. You release it over the pineal gland. Now, the pineal gland, some look at it as a prune, a raisin, a pine cone. However you view it, through your heart-mind, I look at it as a rose bud, okay, a green ball. And when I release this pure liquid energy, it immediately blossoms, blooms, full bloom, multicolored petals. Its vibrance, its fragrance is in total balance and harmony. Multicolored petals. And this is the opening of our pineal. And the pineal is the gateway to all the particles of existence, to pure consciousness and beyond. So this organ is very important. They call it a gland. It's an organ. And it literally must be healthy and fully functioning. And this is how we do that. Now all of us are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest eternal gratitude. And we're all one. And we know we're merged with the heart-mind, with the God within us, the pure consciousness, with the body. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. This is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. They've been with us since the beginning. They are are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. They couldn't be here. None of us could in this meditation if our frequencies were very low. Low vibrational survival matter frequencies, low vibrational dark matter frequencies. We couldn't be in it. We wouldn't be participating in this meditation. Now, they'll appear humanoid form. Strange things happen to you, and all of a sudden you're with one. Now, it doesn't mean you know that. It's not like there's an angel. You inherently know through the God within you, and you usually will pick up the frequency after they're gone or after you've separated from them. And they can hold a large number in a small space because of their frequency. So thousands can surround any one of us at any one time, and that's really blissful. It brings the bliss out from within your God. We have the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Buddha, Maitreya, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, many, many, many more. Now, these are those who have ascended out of physical form into God form. They hold pure consciousness God form. We are pure God form that ascends into body to experience physical form. They've mastered many things. We are mastering many things. Does that make them any different than we are, as the gods we all are? No, not at all. They're consciously aware that they are of the highest, and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. They're all gathered. A massive celebratory liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this meditation to form a circle of light. So we're compelled. We call out to all the other aspects, facets of us, all the other parts of Source Creator. So we call upon all the light energy beings that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of this circle of light. And they come in the Googaplexes. One Googaplex fills this entire universe. They come in the trillions from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, Agartha, beneath Earth, many, many, many civilizations and species. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. Now, we're familiar with a handful of them, and over 1,000 of their species and civilizations traverse through this solar system every day. Now, this includes all of the species and all of the levels of these civilizations. We have the Sirians, Andromedans, Arcturians, Pleiadians. We have the Zeta Reticuli. We have the Feline. We have the Draco. We have the Reptilians. We have the Nord. We have the Gray. We have the Golden Pyramid. We have the Avians. Many, many, many more. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution. They've been assisting us in our enlightenment and our ascension. They've been assisting us in freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions. And all those who do come are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. In the billions, they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, in this now, this meditation of forming the circle of light. Now, there's trillions of them, and they come in shapes, sizes, forms, colors, configurations of which we've never, ever seen before. Just to name a few of them that we're familiar with: the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillion. They are with us now, all consciously aware. So we're all gathered, all together, all of our gods, all the pieces reflecting each other. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. And we all form this massive circle of light. It is the pure consciousness, the divinity, the gods within each and every one of us, across all existence and existence, all gathered here to liberate this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, in the form, this circle of light. Now, this circle is so bright that it grays out the darkness of space. Its vibrational frequency is so high, it saturates and floods and bathes all of our brothers and sisters, all things, everything and everything, on, in, above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, everywhere. It would take at least 1 billion of the suns in our solar system to compare to the brightness of this circle of light. We begin to levitate up, and we're immediately met with a gossamer field of trillions of different lights, little teeny panels of reflective, brilliant light, reflecting all the aspects, all the facets of all of us gathered here. And the highest of the highest high frequencies is deep eternal love. And so, we begin to levitate up through this gossamer field, which is everywhere. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are the power of healing. Then we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white friar. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are all imbued from head to toe, inside and out, eternally, with a white fire armor, a God-light energy armor of the highest high frequency. It cannot be penetrated, it cannot be violated, it cannot be manipulated, and it cannot be seduced from any external authority or force. But only you have the power, if you choose, to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough where the lower dark matter frequencies and lower survival matter frequencies are waiting. You can create a breach in your armor enough so that they can come flooding in. In the event that you do choose to do this, you can immediately call on the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds you, you can bring it in, transmute all of these lower vibrational frequencies into neutral light substance, and send it back to pure consciousness where they are no more. Then you're met with the violet ray. This column reminds you, you can bring the violet ray right in behind the purple transmuting flame, and you can literally purify, cleanse, restore the vibrational frequency of your armor to the highest and deepest eternal love and gratitude, and seal the breach. Then we're met with the golden white pink light. This column reminds us of who and what we are. We're the love. We were made of love, all of us. It's the highest high of all frequencies in all existence and existence. You see it in your sunsets here on this planet. You see it in sunrises. You see it in the oceans, the skies, the clouds. You see it in the waterways. You see it in the forest and through the trees. You see it in the sunlight. You see it in the rainbows. It is there to remind you of what you are. Pure, deep, eternal love. Eternal. Always. Now, we continue to levitate above the planet, and some of us decide that are carrying physical form, we step out of physical form and we hover effortlessly above it. And as we continue to go higher and higher, we see this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower, and it's larger than the solar system. Now you look through the shaft of it, you can see through it, but in the center, the heart of it, you see this massive aura. Trillions and trillions of vibrant colors. It's pulsating, it's sending color waves out. Warm, embracing, of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, peace, joy, bliss, gentleness, kindness, tranquility, benevolence, abundance. This keeps coming out. Saturating everything and everything. Bathing, saturating, flooding everything and everything. All of our brothers and sisters, everything on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. Now, we look at the top of it, we designed it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees. And again, eternally flood, saturate, and bathe everything and everything. Deep, eternal love, gratitude, endless, lifting all the frequencies nonstop, vaporizing all the lower level frequencies. Each of us are a drop of that golden ocean. Each of us hold the essence of that golden ocean. We look a little bit over and we see this meditative sphere. It sets center circle. We all created this sphere. Well over 2 years ago. It holds over 900 of our meditations. Global meditations coming from every one of us across this planet that care to choose to participate. It's in perpetual motion. It is of the highest high of deep eternal love and gratitude of vibrational frequencies. It floods all of us. We feel it all the time. It is helping us balance through this transition. All of them are. why it can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. The universe is communicating with each of us all the time. The universe is our best friend. When we release and let go, when we surrender to the gods that we are within, and we have no expectations, and we have no attachments, the universe's communication is as clear as a bell through your heart minds. Always has been. Therefore, you do not block it anymore. You flow with it. And you immediately begin to create instantaneously. But as soon as the ego comes in and the fear of a thought, the thought fear that you embrace becomes your reality, then you shut the door on your best friend, the universe. Flow with it, embrace it. Know what it is. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. An easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Slowly. Feel the universe communicating with you. Always. Feel the warm rhythm of waves of love flowing through your heart mind. Head to toe, inside and out. Let the universe know what your desire is. Then let it go. Know that the universe does not lie, does not manipulate, does not deceive, has no greed, and is pure love. And it wants you to have anything you desire, to be at peace and joy and bliss, bringing the God within you outside, shining your light everywhere you go. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. You'll quickly know that the universe is communicating with you through your heart mind 24/7. It is your captive audience and best friend. We will be back here Wednesday, August 12th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. And of course our TFCC awakening tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line.